Turn to pick. You may now.
At the end of the day, you know, if you're able to just not lose the game too hard early on, Medusa's still going to be able to have a impact down the line. It's just, is he going to be able to match the impact of a start? But, well, could have a free start, but if to say that, he's dying. He's going to end up giving away first blood. Nico, baby, just run down by the two of them. Seneko and Saber. I mean, and the tips come out, you know, absolutely. You've got to tilt this Slark. It's such a good Slark game. But if you're able to get first blood on him, you've got to throw him off his game. And now FNG, he may go down as well. The stun will buy some time. But he's taking quite a beating. He's going to try and trade back with Seneko, but Seneko steps forward, gets the kill. That's going to be a second kill for NiP down there. Nico, baby, just pounced forward, didn't get the connection. So he's got to be a little wary, but NiP, I mean, that's a brilliant way,
Or versus a low armor hero, so if you get your goose stacks built up, can be decent. But like you said, kind of even trade farm, at least between the two of them at the moment.
Top lane. Leading on to Era. Bottom lane, they do manage this time to get the tie. But in the odds just shown there as well, just slight favor towards Alliance, and if anything, because of the fact that they do have this Slark. You know, dying first or not, you know, it's just one death. As long as Nico Baby can get the momentum back his way, he's going to be more than happy with the start of this game as he looks to run down Saberlight. Saberlight trying to juke this out. Nico Baby's going to be able to close the gap, get the stun. It's going to be another death on Saberlight as they manage to take him down. And this bottom lane really starting to roll exactly as you'd expect it to do so. This tide going to get consistently beaten down. Seneko is chased down as well. It's a double kill for Nico, baby. You know, he'll let you have the first blood, but then he'll come back and he'll get kill after kill after kill. And at this point, when you've died sort of 2 times back to back like that down here, it just never feels good coming back to this lane, because what's going to change?
Oh, and Supreme now playing a little over aggressive.
Be able to get the kill. Both Saberlight and Seneko do keep themselves alive. And they are ready to go for another round. Nico Baby at that 6. He's healed back up to full HP finally, and will move in.
Around up top, FNG level 5, so level 3 Inkswell with that Ember Spirit. They can make a lot of aggressive moves here.
Got that Supreme. We'll try and turn onto Limp. He's got a Remnant out. Supreme trying to continue to chase. They'll turn their attention away from him, though. Just half of them to get the lockdown really required. They need Seneko and Era to be there on the front lines. And Era, he's dying up top. Tries to head in to get a bit of farm. 3 of them, S4, Hanskin and FNG, no problem in killing the Nyx Assassin underneath his tower.
And look at Charlie, like, he's farming, but there's a Hawk just sitting right on top of him the whole time. So they know this is happening. They're like, okay, this is fine. We're just making moves and looking to pressure the tower before that. But a couple Saberlight.
And there's the Ravage. Onto the 3 of them. The Roar does come out in time onto Charlie. Fishes out as well to try and stop Charlie from killing them off, but the Snake bounces out. Kills off one. FNG does manage to get on top of Charlie and get the trade. Now Limp's turning up to the fight. The Alliance, though, they've already lost 3. Can Limp really do anything here on his own? It doesn't look like it. Takes the magic missile to the face. Has to Remnant back towards the mid lane as he nearly goes.
How do they respond and how do they deal with the Slark? They kind of have to just be together as a unit. So maybe that could be the response for NiP. We have seen it happen a lot.
S4. They're diving in on him. TPs are coming out, but with the armor reduction, S4's going to fall before anyone's here in time. In fact, do they even want to continue the TPs? Supreme go out for a bit of a play on them. Snakeos with the swap onto FNG, allowing Supreme to stay on the squishy hero of the Grimstroke. FNG will fall, a second kill, but he's in deep. Fisher blocks him off. He's taking hits from the tower. The Flame Guard as well, burning him down. He's got a stick charge to pop, but he's trapped in the trees. He's finally able to get his way out of this. Limp has got anything else to offer. Well, with the slight flame build, he doesn't have control with the chains, so Supreme can continue to run, as well as Saberlight. There's the TP in from Era, pushing Limp away. One more Sleight of Fist comes out, but it's not enough to kill the tide. Saberlight will live, and Supreme was able to do so. Back towards the top they head. Saberlight, he's got the Ravage, so they can move in and play aggressively into this tower. Same time around the mid lane. A bit of a poke as Nico Baby will swing across.
They look like they want Supreme.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. They've got the Inkswell onto Nico Baby. He's in onto the Bristle. Bristle underneath the tower. He needs help. Era's going to throw out a stun. Nico Baby able to juke it with the pounce. Seneko, he's in with the swap. He'll be able to save Supreme just in time. Charlie gets the Stone Gaze out as S4. He's frozen underneath the tower. He had to try and run. The swap again. Seneko getting S4 into position, but the Remnant jump forward from Flip finally finishes off the life of the Vengeful Spirit. Nico Baby trying to step forward, but they're behind the tier 2s. Alliance doesn't want to dive further. They get Seneko despite Seneco's best efforts there to play defensively and aggressively, does, of course, save the life of Supreme, so all is...
Definitely think they could have maybe picked up a couple kills if he did have that chain skill, but...
Sure. I mean, well, you would just like to have seen it skilled instead of the Talon, right? Yeah. I mean, obviously, the Flame Guard maxing is strong because they don't have magical damage right to break through it. He's going to have it for the full duration if you run it NiP's lineup, which is pretty much entirely into physical damage.
Yeah, he now has the point anyway, but...
Yeah. Mid lane. Ravage is off in time. Saberlight turns with the Gush and the Anchor Smash, but he will die again. Another death to the Necro Books. Kills it off, kills himself. Probably would have died anyway. Over they go towards Era in the river. They'll get that one as well. Alliance pick up a couple of kills. Nico
needs to hunt.
He may find someone here. I mean, Supreme.
They set up Roar as well.
They're absolutely going for this one. Nico Baby still has the Shadow Dance to fall back on if he needs it. And I don't think it will already. Just the power of the Slark being shown against these tanky heroes. Supreme is trying to run, and Seneko with that swap back isn't enough to save him. It is not. Nico Baby still able to move him. The Shadow Dance find the kill. Seneko no swap still for 35 seconds, but the magic missile, it actually catches him outside of the Dark Pack. The timing wasn't there with the Q to open this area up for themselves to make these aggressive movements with Nico Baby's Slark. What happened? I got kicked out of the game a minute ago, so it looks like it's making the rounds, but I'm back in there. Bottom lane, Supreme is out of mana, but he's got enough HP to keep himself fine. Nico Baby turning over towards his next target that will be set up by Limp. Chains in onto Seneko. Seneko will be an easy catch. Era not quite in range for the stun. Has to be careful, any chains.
Few moments. So now they have a easier way to initiate, an actual like jump initiate rather than depending on like, you know, the Roar or just Nico Baby charging.
Gonna try for Era. Woo! My goodness, Era didn't last long there. That Deso coming into play as they cut down the Nyx Assassin. Hansken, he's blinked in to a bit of an awkward position, but it was a great place to get the line for the Fisher. Locking Saberlight out. Seneko will offer of its life to save Saberlight. The Echo Slam onto a Soul Medusa doesn't really do too much at all, but if anything, buys time for Seneko to die. Now over they go towards Supreme. Supreme, Fisher blocked out. Nothing further to play for. Support kills. Continuing to allow Nico Baby to have this game where he's building up stack after stack. He's got 10 permanent agility already. Charlie. I mean, they'll find him, and with the Diffusal Blade, Nico Baby's going to make quick work of him. He doesn't have Shadow Dance, though. Nico Baby will have to jump away and limp. He's been tripped up. The Spike Carapace into the stun. They'll be able to turn.
Nice forward just walks in.
Where? He's dead. All right. Alliance showing that as much of a lead they have, they can still give up a fair few kills here. As both cores die, Nico Baby, he nearly died. FNG will be able to TP away. And
they've just been responding. They're guarding the Medusa really well.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of the situation is that Limp's got to be so careful. Before he has the BKB, Era's just going to ruin him in every fight. Top lane, Saberlight. He's not got a TP available. It's still on cooldown. Would have been maybe his only potential escape from Nico Baby at the start of this all, as he is chased. To be fair, with the mana burnt, the damage is a little more limited, but not limited enough. The magical there from the Dark Self. A little hard to get to him behind the tier 2s. Era's heading out, but this ward coverage from Alliance is giving them all the info they need. And with that slide, they will reveal it to NiP that they know that Era's around here. Hansken does manage to get the jump onto the Venge. So
Charlie is incredibly far forward right now.
He's incredibly dead, I think. And while Snake is here, so can swap him. And actually holding back on the swap. Magic missiles out. There he goes. Saves it for the last moment. Make sure they blow as much as they can. Era's already in on the back. Another swap to get Charlie a little further. Saberlight comes out with a Ravage. Will catch the 3 of them and allows them to turn onto Limp. Limp's dead. Nico Baby staying on top of Charlie with the Shadow Dance. Shadow Dance comes to an end. He'll still get the kill, though. They bring down the Medusa. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Both the supports pushing back the rest of Alliance, though. And that's allowed Supreme to head over. Get in onto FNG. Nico Baby turns over towards Saberlight. The Roar onto Seneko. The Necro Book's beating him down, but it isn't quite enough. Now Supreme turns over to S4, pushes back the Beastmaster. Finally, the tide will fall. And Nico Baby, he's building up a hell of a lot of stats. He's worked his way through Charlie, worked his way through Saberlight.
Look for a fight. He is at the ready. He's even just going to block him off. Yep. No funny business. And Nico Baby wants blood.
There we go. He's in, looking for Charlie. Charlie does get the Stone Gaze out, will be silenced, holding on to the mantle for now, kills off the Pug. Era steps in, and in fact, the Stone Gaze does freeze FNG and Fisher. Hands get in with a beautiful echo onto the high ground. He takes out Charlie. Seneko tries to swap Saberlight back to safety, but Nico Baby stays on top of him. Over he goes towards Supreme. Supreme left behind. There's nobody to save him. As 4 die on NiP, they're going to call it. This game's over. GG is done. As Alliance take game 1, 25 minutes in. That, everything sort of took a turn for the worse after the first blood on the Slark and the 5-man tip. Some would call it karma.
Turn to pick. NiP's turn to pick.
Imba spirit.
You may now.
Viper has 500 more net worth. I gotta do it here. Alright, but let's check these out. How's Ember doing bottom?
How's Ember?
He's doing quite well versus this lane. They're doing the Maledict build too.
Oh, and that's a kill. That's a kill on FNG. First blood for Saberlight. Has got the Maledict on him. Nico Babe's got another Sleight of Fist. That won't pop him down low enough to pop those. Saberlight himself has got the stick charges and will be able to keep himself alive. How are we looking on CS down here? Saberlight. And there's a tip. He's tipping.
There we go. I mean, that's a real feels bad for the Invoker.
Yeah, if you don't manage to sort of chain the combos.
He's dead.
He's got Ghost Ward. He's fine.
He's dead.
Quaz is not going to save him. Not going to save him.
Armor. I see 5 heroes with very, very little armor on the side of NiP. I guess do so. All right, 4 heroes with very little.
No Supreme. Oh, have we got detection? We do. Limp's prepared. Sentry's down. And he will fall in. This will be there. But he got ganked. He got ganked. That happens.
Oh, but he got his ward dewarded also with that sentry.
And Limp even lives. Hey, but maybe Error. He's going to get Hanskin in return. Fade Bolt. Whoa, and he's got the kill. Gank has been countered. 2 for 2 now. Alliance still with a 1k lead. See if they can get him. Nico Baby finds him in the trees. The Flame Guard ticks him down. Against Supreme's level 5.
He just hit 6. Immediately gets ran out a couple hits. Has to back up. We see Era is looking to stack the camps, what it looks like for the Medusa, but it's already at least watched. There's a ward to at least scout it out that they're doing that. So we're probably going to see Alliance really dictate the pace of this game and play very aggressive after this laning stage.
Able to reach in with a roar onto Seneko. Behind the tower they go. Another kill they will take. Bottom lane, an attempt. Grab here, Era. It's going to be a little careful, but Nico Baby not with quite the mana to commit with any remnants, so Era will live. Wrap around onto the mid.
Supreme put his Obs ward back down. It's actually out of range of the sentry this time, but that's still in a pretty risky spot as Supreme steps up.
Oh no! Oh no, he's under the sentry once more.
He dead.
He is dead. Fortunately for Supreme, Alliance they don't, and they proceed to just run it over. 3 deaths on the Invoker in the mid, 3 kills for Limp's Viper in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Yeah, and he's like Hanskin's just been able to do these free movements because he has a Beastmaster in the top lane versus Avenge Medusa. Like Beastmaster's not going to die to Avenge Medusa after like one of the fissure blocks that comes out. So as far having a free time, he already has his book finished, and now he's going to start pressuring the tower, which is really concerning. Charlie wants to go farm jungle because he's going to farm it better, but
Limp,
they're going to lose a tier 1 out of this.
Limp's on the walkabouts with that haste rune as he's able to head down bottom. Would have loved to get Saberlight, but the net worth obviously going to favor them with the value of the lane creeps. 3k advantage at 9 minutes in. Alliance off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and Invoker is not a very easy catch-up hero. When you have this type of setup, especially too, like his damage potential is just super low. He's really just going to be a glorified support. As a dive bottom, Nico Baby already.
Yeah, behind tier 2s. Quite the advantage.
And they had both. Did they have both outposts? They did have both outposts as well. So more experience for them, and they're going for a dive.
Yep. Torrent will slow them down a little bit, but Hansken's able to get in with the Fisher. Hansken is tanking the tower hits and will be X-marked here, so Hansken will fall. Gets a little too greedy, tries to go for Saberlight after they've already managed to kill off Seneko. Ends up losing his life for it. But all this pressure up top is giving all the space in the world. Mid for Limp, and bottom Nico Baby playing aggressive onto Supreme. Won't be able to finish Supreme, and Saberlight's in with the TP, goes for the torrent into the trees, won't get the hit. Nico Baby will live.
They have to respond to mid. I feel like if they lose this...
NiP can't really even enter their own jungle.
Is under attack. Radiant are
Smoke
scanning.
comes out. FNG's in prime position to cancel the move. They do manage to lead in with the tornado EMP. That'll do it. FNG's found. Doesn't get a chance to throw out a spell with the cold snap. I think because there isn't something like a Slark, like this diffusal blade builder, the game's at least, it's a little bit better in terms of the potential of a Deucer carrying it, but it's still not easy with how far behind you are as a team this early on. Top lane, they do find the connection onto FNG. Torrent as well. They should be able to get him. I mean, he's got the stick charge. He tries to go from deathboard, instantly put to a stop by the cold snapper Supreme. As NiP will punish Alliance for nearly finishing off this tier 1 tower. Very early on for a Viper, not your sort of traditional early tower pusher. But Limp's going to have it. As the Shaker Fisher out, they do manage to find S4 with the boat.
Supreme!
Oh, he just gets cut down, and Nico, but he's remnanting into the backlines. Just goes straight in for the 3 of them. In the mid, Charlie's trying to head forward, but Nico Baby's just killing off the backlines.
And he's still there.
He's going to go for more. He's still got mana and urn charges to play with. He's on top of the 3 of them. Another slider fish. Fisher out onto the 2 of them. Will manage to magic missile Nico Baby, and maybe they can kill him. Swap back under the tower. Nico Baby's down. The enchant
nice
totem and a right click will get Seneko. But NiP, they...
Strike. That actually... 80 attack speed slow. This really does add up when it's just a target like a Medusa. You just throw it on.
There's not a whole lot you can do around it.
Ooh, stolen roar.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They'll get S4. May lose heroes in response. The boat's coming out. We'll buff up Saberlight. Hanskin's still looking to try and walk in, but Blink Dagger not quite there. They get Error with the cast bounces. Supreme throwing out the Tornado EMP combo into the river. Jump forward aggressively from Nico Baby. He's going in deep. Turns over towards Charlie, who hits him in the face with the Mystic Snake. Nico Baby knows that there's no threat posed to him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And mid lane Limp getting some... Oh, they do. That's another quick timing from the Beastmaster. And now with the slow onto Seneko, they're going to try for him the torrent. Holds back Nico Baby, but he's still able to jump forward with the chain. The EMP's down, so he won't have any more mana to play with. Didn't need it to kill off the Venge, though. Seneko will fall. And Raw's still ready to go. They've got to step back, NiP. They have to be careful at the Beastmaster lead-in.
Nice ice wall there by Supreme. I think if maybe a little mistake by Nico Baby walking into it while remnanting as well, but I think if that remnant goes off full speed, it was going to be a bit scary as Limp.
They're trying to set up onto the Viper. He is tanky.
Oh, he's got a haste.
And an Arcane Rune. So he's more than happy to turn and fight into them. Tornado will clip him, and that will take off the 2 of them. But still, he's able to close the gap with Hanskin finding a fantastic fish.
In the roar?
Onto Saberlight, roar onto Supreme. Charlie's able to cover him with the Stone Gaze. They do get the swap in onto them, but he's under the tower. They do, it's just Error with the telekinesis, placing him in. Nico Baby's still trying to poke, remnanting into the 4 of them. This man just going in, going crazy. He does not care at all. Hanskin slams them down, and with this, they're getting the kills, Alliance. They're going to get the 4th one here as well. Charlie falls, chains onto Error. The aggression from Alliance, it's going to pay off perfectly as with that final sleight of fist pushing him over the edge. They team wipe NiP, but the thing is he's just having to use the Tornado on whoever he sees. I feel like if Supreme's just going to hold back the Tornado for the Ember Spirit, he's going to have even less impact than he's having already. You know, he's struggling to have a game here with how rough that start was in the mid lane. In top lane, Nico Baby cleans up another tower. They will also manage to pick up Seneko and get this tower denied. FNG taking away some of that potential goal.
Low crest build, so it's really just everything on Charlie. Can they keep this man alive? Can they keep him buffed up and strong enough to deal with this very strong Alliance draft that's all coming together?
Bishop onto Saberlight along with the Maledicts. He's going to tick pretty low, won't fall, and with TP reaction and catch from himself with that X mark, they will find FNG. So they're able to save Saberlight.
Their base was getting hit though, so they're he's looking to get aggressive. This Aegis, he feels confident.
Very confident. Straight in behind the towers, and he goes onto Error and Saberlight. Fisher into the slam, no messing around. There will be the swap back. Saberlight is able to get himself up to the high ground thanks to the save of Seneko. Nico Baby jumps in and will find the kill again. It's another Necro Book death. The boat killing off the book, and in turn killing off Saberlight with that return down. Charlie's BKB it's done. It's basically done. 200 gold. So now he can start going for the big item, whatever he decides it will be.
What, Rapier?
I mean, it doesn't feel great, but I think it's the only chance they have.
Yeah, he gets the fissure stolen. Charlie trapped on that X spot, looks like.
Easy. Oh man, will just manage to get enough with the one charge to pop Stone Gaze so he can back away, but still, NiP, baby, he's in. Changed it there. Swap back as well for Sneko. The turn with the raw on Sneko. NiP, baby, he's diving into the tier 4s. Cold snap there. He's going in for the kill. He's not going to get it. The Aegis will be lost and he's underneath the tier 4 tower. Supreme will die to the Viper Strike. He gets off a final deafening blast, knocking him in deep. They're able to kill him. NiP, baby, diving tier 4s. He will die. I mean, Alliance is not like they're not getting anything in return, as they do manage to take down both Supreme and Sneko. Buyback comes into play from Supreme. Excellent Fissure from Hanscam will keep them held in the base. FNG, he sort of lags behind, though. He's still around and will allow Saberlight to grab him with the X mark. Drags him straight back. Saberlight didn't have the torrent, though, so FNG is actually able to continue to walk away. Limp is turned upon. Limp actually will die. So not only losing NiP, baby, as he dives to tier 4, Limp also dying as well. I mean, you've got to expect some sort of a slap coming from the enemy.
Oh yeah.
And he got slapped.
As far finds Era. That'll be a quick, easy one for him.
Your life cycle ends.
But they're looking to get aggressive again. Charlie, he's stepping up forward. NiP, baby, and Hanskin are here.
And with the slam, the triple remnant, they're in on top of him. Charlie is able to put the BKB, pops the mangoes. As the Stone Gaze, he's able to keep himself alive for now. They do grab back NiP, baby. The magic missile will connect. NiP, baby's dead. He's dead again. They've managed to kill him off a second time. NiP, baby, he's got to keep his cool. He's getting a little too carried away with this game. He's playing like a madman, and it's starting to hit him in the face a second time, where his aggression...
Radiant structures.
NiP, baby gets spotted by the range creep, so they're going to see him.
Charlie. Fissure. With the focus out on him, he's swapped down to the low ground, pots the BKB, looking over towards NiP, baby. NiP, baby, caught in the magic missile. The boat comes down, he's dead again. They've killed him off. Oh, he's getting mad. He's getting mad. That's a buyback for NiP, baby. Hanskin's able to jump in. This is the time they want to go on to Charlie. They have to jump forward. NiP, baby's able to Stone Gaze is out in time. He remnants forward, but NiP, baby's got to be careful. The cold snap, he has to back away. He does try with the sleight of fist. They're looking towards Charlie. Charlie trying his best to get back towards his base. Can they catch him? He's running. Another ball's out. There's the chains. They've grabbed Charlie, and with that buyback, NiP, baby, finally gets his revenge.
And by time for Invoker and Dusa, they're going to make their way toward top to avoid that repair kit, but there are more charges.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, there you go. Two more charges. They've got 2 more charges. Kunka's holding the repair kit.
They got to keep him away from it. He's trying to X himself in to put the repair kit.
Oh, he's trying to get it. He got it. He got it. X-Mark repair kit play, it does it. But they've lost the Venge. But it's buying time, as you say. They are going to live to see another day. Well, maybe not Era. Raw to the face and a few bits of poison from Limp. Era is dead. S4 does fall pretty low, but they haven't got any way to catch him. Saberlight's trying to step forward again with his repair kit. This time, oh, he didn't X himself. He did not X himself. He's not got a safety measure to fall back on. He does in terms of the presence of Supreme. Throws out a tornado. Still, though, Alliance is back. Bringing the melee racks down. TP in from Charlie. Is he going to be able to get them off the racks in time? He cannot. The Necro 3s will finish off the melee racks. Alliance is a bad job for Alliance. They could be raking in the money.
S4, they're trying to set up on him down bottom. He has Blink, he has Halberd, he gets his Blink cancelled.
They found him. They found him. A move out and a kill to be claimed.
They point at the base immediately.
Really able to save the Deucer in the fashion that he wants to.
And he is doing a lot of damage. He moves through his
Charlie.
It's Charlie.
He's heading out. The evasion, it's making the difference, though. Making it a lot harder for Limp to deal with him straight up. NiP, baby's been X-Marked. Charlie pots the BKB. They're committing for this one. If they get FNG, turning over towards this Ember Spirit as NiP, baby's able to jump away. Magic Missile does still hit. Is there any further catch? Supreme leading in with the Ghost Walk. He's got the Cold Snap on him. NiP, baby's dead the once. The Aegis is gone. Supreme dying to the Viper. Will be swapped away. Still going to tick down low to that poison. Charlie pots the Stone Gaze. Over they go towards Hanskin. Hanskin, he's using himself up, trying to buy time, and it will be enough as he'll step back. Deep jump in with the remnant from NiP, baby. Can he get the slight chance? He cannot. Just a slight hit. Sneko, one bit of poison from Limp should push him over the edge, and it will. Slide a fist from NiP, baby. Finishes the job, but they're able to get Charlie back to the high ground safely. Both Supreme and Sneko do have buybacks available. And they still
at the lanes.
They have that one repair kit charge left.
All 3 lanes are completely shoved into NiP's base. S4 waiting at the ready here. He has a Blink and a Roar. They still look like they want to play aggressive with that BKB at the ready on Limp.
Poison causing issues for Charlie. Trying to fight here. The grab, wants a limp, he is. Grabbed underneath the tower here. Repair kit, the final charge, it's out. Keeping this tier 3 alive.
He's taking mid in the meantime. Yeah, the instant disable is the big one too. Like if he can just get a blink lift on the Ember and they can follow up, he doesn't have really many defensive ways as the roar.
Going in, NiP baby. Jumps in over to Saberlight. Step forward from Charlie. He's got the cover of the stone gaze. The boat's coming down onto Saberlight. Is it going to be enough to keep him alive? It won't. He'll fall. Handscape with a fish from the side. Era jumps in with a telekinesis. Charlie puts the BKB, but they've already killed off the Shaker. They'll turn for more, but NiP baby is playing on the back lines. Remnant across. Throws down the Uncharger onto Era. Jump forward from S4. He's looking for Supreme. Can he quite find him? He cannot. Still no roar available. Charlie losing mana. He's got the Manta. He's still trying to back away from it all, but if anything, it's just caused him issues with the cask bouncing around. Still able to back up successfully. NiP baby, only one remnant left to play with, so he's got to kind of keep a cool on it a little bit. Will be X-Mark back, but not into any sort of combo. And NiP just hold it back on the high ground. Saberlight did buy back for this.
And just like
the top of the net worth.
He is a heavy hitter. He now has the
he's got the MKB.
Oh, he's really going to start hurting Charlie now.
Oh, he is. No longer that evasion, really providing that much sort of safety. The roar is there on target. Seneko swaps him out to the side, but Charlie's already far too low. NiP baby jumps in. Stolen roar's in play onto the Ember Spirit. It's a long disable. Charlie fights back. They have the magic missile. Do they have the damage? He's X-marked as well. They do. The buyback will do it as they're able to kill off NiP baby.
Actually just makes NiP baby do that much more damage. And I've seen FNG just kind of throw his life away a couple of times just to get that off his top.
On bottom. Roar there onto Handscan. Era able to get another use out of it. Top lane, as you say though, the trade much more. And they take not just one but two. There's no buyback available on the Invoker. Seneko, he's also in trouble here. Chased down and taken out from the low ground. Limp with that range. And they'll cut you up.
Charlie.
He's so close to the Radiance. He's so close.
Rapier, yeah.
Oh, Rapier. I was like, yeah, not Radiance.
That was a Radiance.
Do not go Medusa Radiance.
Oh, Ara. Oh, so he's still stolen roar, but he's just dead before he can use it.
He's got a buyback. Seneko. He is also dead. He also has a buyback. That's an early BKB from Charlie, and once he'd already been disarmed, not really a whole lot he could do. And now with the BKB unavailable, they know it's time to go. NiP baby. Self-fuels to dodge the X-Mark combo. Buyback comes out from both the supports on NiP. The cast causing issues for them, bouncing around by that tier 4. NiP baby diving in underneath these towers yet again. Incredibly confident and able to do so. They do manage to get the torrent into boat onto Limp, but he pots the BKB, swap back onto Limp. He's underneath the tower. Limp will fall. S4 pots the round to Charlie, but they are without their Viper. S4 coming in again. Charlie's falling low. Hands gets in with the Echo Slam. They killed off the Medusa, and he does not have buyback. Still on cooldown for 4 minutes. Alliance should be able to clean up the rest of the base, and indeed they call it GG. This one is over. There'll be no comeback today for the Medusa, as this game well and truly in Alliance's hands for pretty much the entirety of the 40 minutes. Ends a 27k lead. And NiP baby, I mean, the man is insane. We love to see